Guys, back. Today we're going to do something very different. So in our map, we actually now, in our game, we need to build a map. So I got to plan out the map first, and then I do have someone who may be able to make it. I don't know whether or not he'll have enough time to make it, because he's doing so many other models. But if he's offered to, and if it's enough time, then I'll be happy so much for that to happen. Because I'm not that great at making maps, but I should be able to do something this simple. It's a pretty simple map to begin with. It's not that complex. It's just got some few little simple playing ideas I want. So I'm actually going to create a few things. I did eventually in my first video kind of show how the map kind of looks, but I'm going to build it this time. So the thing is that we can't actually get a square in GIMP. Like I see, this is a circle, which means that it's quite annoying for me to build just like a square area. So it's going to be a little bit more curved than it should be, but it should give you an idea of what would happen. So we do want to boost down this size because we want some walls, so maybe like 5, and then we're going to just build a little wall area. Now this is how big do we want it, because it's going to be obviously diagonal to diagonal. Do you want it like this big or whatever? So I think it doesn't really matter the sizing of it, because it's probably just gonna, whether or not I do or not, I kind of understand myself how big it's going to be, comparison to the models. Obviously we can scale everything down if they're too big and stuff, and we can scale models and stuff like that. It's not too bad to do all that stuff. So if we're looking at this place here, we need to kind of just get this properly done. So we definitely need like a starting area, and let's say we each start in this little corner down here, right? That's where you each start, like that. Pretty simple. Now, oh yeah, good. So now we actually want to do something with this, such as its build. So an idea that I was trying to another programmer, right, and he is doing some of the networking for this, and or most of it, because I can't do any networking. And he said the idea of having like a guardian system, which what it reminded me of was a similar system in Smite, but not really. It's kind of quite different. Where you get those guardians, and they were kind of like inhibitors or slash towers, but you know, they were like harder because there was that thematicness that they had. I like the idea, so we'll just kind of, I'm still having the whole inhibitor idea, but like, we'll just kind of, this is going to be our base, it's pretty big, and then we can just kind of have some guardians, like right up here, here, and here. The whole idea is that to get to the base you have to kill at least one guardian, and if you don't kill all of them, it means that all the guardians that are surviving, or maybe some monsters come out of the nexus, or something attacks you and really makes it so you have to be, like, it's difficult, you can't do it easily. Because that really stops down things like backdooring and stuff like that, meaning that the plays can be a lot more aggressive, because it's not so easy to backdoor. Well, you can still backdoor, but it has to be a lot closer game to be able to backdoor like you could. And, like, it's not like you can just pop one inhibitor, pop in, and then win. You have to, you know, destroy all the inhibitors, then you can really backdoor. Now, with the guardians, I like the towers on them, but I'm right now deciding not to have towers on them. There's a few reasons why I have decided not to right now. That's not really like proper. Really should be a bit different, but that's fine. Like this, and then like this. The main reasons this is like a wall, just saying. I probably should color these slightly different, so like this. Can be this, 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 and then the base can be like a this color, and then we can have the like starting area as like a like a blue. There we go. So this is our kind of our area. And it looks pretty bad. You can kind of fix that up here. There we go. So So we have the Guardians here, and as I said, you know, it's quite difficult. It's not as easy as it would be in other games to win. Right? Meaning that you kind of have to be a bit more powerful, and it means like, but the games, because you can be more aggressive, the games should be quicker. Hopefully, that is kind of my aim, because I want a slightly quicker game. Not for many other reasons other than I just decided, hey, we can make a quicker game, which would mean that it would be a slightly different kind of feel, because you kind of have to be unique when you build a MOBA. You can't just build one and you go, here's my MOBA. It's like, well, yeah, but why don't I play these other games? You have to be unique. So what you do is you have to actually so most likely, I love how I'm actually like caring about smoothing these shapes. And talk about carrying it, I'm like I'm doing this, but I still do it anyway. And we can just kind of smooth this down. That, and then we can just kind of smooth this over here. And then we can just do something like... That's pretty stupid. And we can just do something like this. Yeah, there we go, that's enough. And... we can just do this. So, the uniqueness, I guess, would be that the games last a lot less, meaning that you, it's not as, you know, spend 2 hours playing a game, you know. You, maybe, I don't know. It may just end up that they take about the same time, but I do want to have at least a mode that makes it a lot quicker, but still all the fun of a MOBA. Because I think MOBAs are really fun when they go for long times. I really enjoy the ones that go for like hours and stuff. Not for hours, but like the ones that go for like an hour. Because they're the really close ones, and they're just so good and stuff. But I also feel sometimes they can go for a bit longer, and yeah, so just kind of talking while I try to sweeten up all these edges. So there's that corner. So now what you want to do is now we want to build our lanes. So this lane, as you see, there's actually this little bit here. Now there is going to be a small-ish part cut out. I can't cut out things apparently. That was like horrible. We can just do this. I was going to like make it slightly more curved and stuff. Actually, if we want to make it curved, we could just do that and like that. So I know it's kind of bad, but it's kind of showing that this is the jungler's route. So the jungler normally exits here, or on the other side here. Depending on what. So this is the top lane. So for this jungler, he goes top, where the other one will go bot. Since of how they curve. So this is not going to be mathematically proper. By that I mean like the jungles won't be the exact same in this, but that can all be fixed a little bit later. So we're going to make a yellow. And we're going to line this up like this. And that's pretty darn good. And then we can just kind of push this up a bit. And it's hard to get like proper. Just make it like go full up. I do kind of want it to be. Oh, I can just do this, can't I? There we go. That's a lot better. And I can just kind of do this and do this. So we'll actually build the lanes this way, but so what we'll do to build the lanes the best way is this one we actually want it to curve around like this. So this one we want it to go like that way, but to kind of have a right angle here. So we actually have like a little jungle here, where this one's just gonna basically just curve the whole way. So we'll start by making this a little bigger. So maybe like 20, too big, like 10. Oh, maybe a few too many. And then we can just kind of, come on. And then we can just make it straight, which is about there. and that wasn't straight. It was close enough, really. Not really, I'm not happy with enough there. Let me click here, zoom out. Oh, there we go, I can do that. Okay, good. And then we can do something like a curve, so we can do something like a 45-degree curve. Like to here. And then up here we can do like a up, and then, oh, not that far. I don't know, like here. First we're gonna cut out this bit. And copy it, paste it, and let's rotate it so it's that way. So it's 180. And then now we can move into position. There we go, like that. That way. Then we can do something like this. Oh, so you go click outside, then we can go back here. Do something like this, just kind of paint this a little bit. Then we can do something like this. There we go. So you can kind of see how it works. And then the roamer can go along here. And then this is most likely going to be a camp, or like I mean like a big camp. The size between this is most likely going to be a like lane size, so a decent size. So this makes it look quite small, but most likely it's going to be a lane size between. So like that's quite big. It's about 2 lanes. So this is like a normal lane size, which is about, if I just show you, size Moba. Yo, it doesn't really show you, but basically it's about that. That's like a lane size, which is not really represented there. But if we just kind of width of a lane, low, oh, why don't we just do this? About 850 units. What does units mean? I hate when they go. And units. Really? Okay. No. Okay, well I can't tell because they don't say. But 1,000 units, it's a decent length, right? So it's pretty long. Like, I mean, it's probably like a lane is probably 2 of these in length, ish. Yeah, like 2 of these big blocks in length. It's probably like maybe even 3. It's a decent size, right? I don't know. I'll just define what our measurement is. And now what we want to do is now mid's a bit different. Like mid's actually not a corner. Technically, mid should be like here, like that, and that shouldn't be mid. And then technically it's something like this, and then it should be like that. with this being here, this being here, and it should be something like that. That's a bit better. So we can actually now do this and push this up, even though this like stuffs up what we had beautifully had before. We're just gonna do it anyway. And we're just gonna push this forward a bit on either side. So that's that lane, and then so this is basically kind of the main jungle area, and then there's small jungles here. So this is quite a big size. Even though this doesn't look big, well, if this is 1,000 units, this would be like 2,000, 3,000 units. So it would be a really big area. To contrast, it wouldn't be as big as I'm kind of saying it, but yeah, this would be like a big thing. I know, like, you know, LoL has dragons and stuff like that. I can't remember what Dota has. If it has bosses, I'm pretty sure it does. I just haven't played it in probably ages. When did I last play it? Like, probably, oh, I was gonna say last year. That's not really a big. Oh, I'm so, you click it, not. But yeah, I haven't played for a while. So we'll just, so it's kind of like this, but it's more curved. So what would, it's kind of like that. So what we're just going to do is we're just going to kind of bring it down a bit, like 100 pixels. Can't enter measurements. Okay, like 100 pixels. There we go. Then this one we're going to do the same thing, like 100 pixels. And then we're going to do this, which is like 150 pixels. Same over here. 150 pixels. There we go. And then it will go out a bit more, like 200. And then I'll meet up. Actually, no, this one's just gonna meet up like. Actually, I think 100's too much. So I think I'm just gonna bring this back like 100, like 100 again. And same through here. 100, 101, same thing, and then we can bring this down like this. There we go. So that's like a really weird lane, but you know, you can kind of get, so it goes straight, straight, jag, back, straight, like that. So like that. So that's kind of what lanes look like. And it seems really weird, and you go, why doesn't, yeah, actually I'm thinking about, why don't I just do this? Shave this off a bit. Just do this. Like this. And then just do something like this. I don't know, like this. Do it like this. Actually, I don't like this alternate path. I really do. And I want to build like another one over here. So you can take this path, or you can take an old path up here. So they're the kind of paths that you can take, it looks like. So, and there's, oh, this is like a massive jungle area, right? But it doesn't start to here. So, as you see, this is blocked off here, but here, this is blocked off. So you don't actually start jungle there. So you would start jungle something like here. So it'd be like, I don't know, like a wall here. It would actually technically be a wall all along here. It doesn't really matter. And then about here, you'd like enter the jungle. We're actually going to curve it a bit, like here, here, and like cut off here. And along here, you can't enter the. So both people will have an enter the jungle. Like, I'm just thinking how you want to do this. Yeah, both people can enter the jungle here. It's like this is their first curve, this is their first curve, and both of them can enter. So this length where they enter, so like here, should be equal to these guys enter. So they're the same. These little, this length. And then what we want to do is just check we're recording. Yes, we are. Okay. I'm going to stop it here because I need to have a bunch more videos. I haven't really done a bunch of videos yet. And we want basic map and call it like Moba art. That was my first basic map. I want to replace it. This is my base map. And then, so we're going to talk about the jungles and stuff, but that's the basic lanes. I guess we can build a kind of pit of death here. And so this will be a smaller camp than this, and this will see have to be pushed down here. Just this, like this. And it looks pretty good. Pretty happy with that. We could even probably do something like that. Cut away this. Like this. And then shoot away. Shoot off like that. And then that's essentially it for right now. So this is this episode done, and we'll see you next time.